Hey everyone, Gary here from Peacekeepers Armory. Just wanted to show another update to this. Some of you may be getting sick of them, but I am really excited about this one. Couple things right off the bat. This is the original sleeve I made. I did end up redoing the other one because the inner diameter was just a bit too big and it was rattling too much and it was bothering me immensely. So while doing that, it actually gave me more thickness. This was actually really thin. It bends pretty easily, and this moved a little too much, and it didn't take to the locking mechanism very well, or at least not as well as I'd like. So with it being thicker, it's more secure, more structurally sound, and the details that I put in here are a bit more noticeable. So it's already on here, in here, and I'm going to show that off in a second. But I did end up doing some design changes while I was doing it. Or not really design, but just the windows and accents. As I was doing it, I had ideas, and I figured, hey, I'll try it, why not? And it turned out pretty good. So that's that. I'm not sure if I showed these off. This is the soundboard module that will be going in the hilt. So a Profi board, kill switch, then a 1.3 or whatever millimeter recharge port, the speaker pins, and yeah, so this is all the room in here for the wiring, and this will be secured into the inner core, and then this is the speaker. I did have to get this reprinted. I had to make it a little bit wider. This isn't the best example, but it's pretty, you can see there's a lot of space in between there, and when I made it thicker, I didn't make it that much thicker, so it's still a little bit thin. So I'm reprinting that, as well as I changed the design of my switch holder up here a little bit. I forgot to put in a little lip for the NeoPixel pins, so I added that in there, and then I made the channels for the switches a little bit bigger to allow, because I'm going to be making custom switch plungers, which has a wider base than the hole so that they don't fall out. So I had to make the plungers, or the channels themselves, a little bit wider. So you can see right there, the plungers wouldn't really fit in there. So I made those wider and a little bit longer so that that worked better. So I'll be waiting for those from Shapeways. And other than that, I did end up weathering everything. I'm really happy with how it came out. So, well, here, I'll just show. So this is it right there. This is kind of the finished thing. I might install this in a little while. I'm probably just gonna wait for the other printer parts, to be honest, plus I have other customer stuff I need to do. You can see I changed the design here. I used my rotary table, which I got in from Little Machine Shop, which works really nice. And instead of just a square, I rotated it around the center so that it's more rounded here, and I kept the squareness on this side. And then I added, instead of the same shape all the way through, I just kind of made a little design. And I made the bottom, like I said, it's a lot deeper, the accents. So I'm really happy how that ended up popping a bit more. You can see that. And the weathering really took to the grooves really well. And then, yeah. Weathered the brass on the inside. So again, how this works is whatever normal use, you just have to pull this off and then hit the kill switch, and then it'll work, the main buttons and everything. And then if you need to access the inside, the speaker is going to go right here. So to access everything on the inside, all you have to do is pop this off, and then you'll have access to the board and the recharge. So boom, easy access to recharge, easy access to board. This, like I said, this will be secured in here. I'm going to drill a tap a set screw so this doesn't turn around while you're trying to flip the switch. And you can see the the removable battery, which isn't very accessible. So in order to do that, if you're at a con or whatever, then you can just pop this out, and you can see the connector in there, connector right there, and then I'm gonna have a little ribbon to pull up on the battery to pop that out. So it's looking like it's gonna work really well. I'm excited. And if for whatever reason you want to do a full core reveal, you can just leave this out here. It's not the best because this part of the battery is still visible, but it's still pretty cool. You can see that, and then that'll be the battery or the speaker plate right there, and then that'll be like that. So kind of just showing off in there a little bit. The copper rods, they're just accents. All the wire passage goes underneath the crystal holder. I milled a flat surface on the bottom of it so that I didn't need to worry about fitting wires through rods. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. Waiting on the 2 printed parts, and then I'm probably going to start putting this thing together for my buddy. This does wobble a little bit outside of the outside of the hilt, but you know, I would never recommend hitting anything with the saber while the handle's off anyways. So just a little bit. If I really wanted to, I could probably redo the core to make it a little bit thicker on this part right here, but it's so close and it's not nearly as annoying or rattly as the other thing. So put this guy on. It's not rattling at all. The bottom sleeve, or you know, the main sleeve is exactly the length to push up against the bottom of the pommel here. So once this is on, it's very, very secure and it ain't going anywhere. So this will be for display, looking at and stuff, but I would never recommend really hitting it, like cranking on it right here. You do have a fair amount of space, metal here to keep it, you know, from bending anything, but it's just, in my opinion, never a good idea to do that. So yep, that's pretty much it. Excited to see this lit up. I think I do have a, yeah, I got this here, of course. Let me pull this guy out real quick. Just to kind of show it. Oh, staring right in front of me. So let's just show it's going to be like with the LED. Not my favorite color, blue. I like a little bit of green in there, but this will work for now. So yeah, looks really bitchin'. So, yep, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in a little while. Once it gets installed, will probably be the next time I make a update on it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.